We are here with Marty Chiu. And Marty, are you joining us from Orange County area, or where are you right
Yes, Seal Beach, Seal
now? Very
Beach,
nice.
California.
That's good. I was just there a few weeks ago. Now I'm in Utah. I'm in my office in Utah. Uh, yeah, Marty, I'm excited for this article that you've written, and just for everyone. I'm trying to think how we first met each other. I think maybe you reached out to me on social media, and then we had that lunch in Solana Beach, and you told me about all the incredible things you're doing. So your article is basically about the mistakes that families make when they're transferring wealth or communicating with each other. Can you kind of explain your background and how you got into what you're doing?
Sure. Yeah, thanks, Laura. I went into the financial services at an early age. When I went to college, I got a degree in investments because I had to make a difference in people's lives. So I thought that finances was a way to be able to make a big impact on people's lives. And as I started working in the industry after graduating, I realized very quickly that I got people's finances in order, but there was so much more imbalance in there. And so one of the areas that was very important for many of the clients were the concerns of not so much the second generation, but third generation. How are they going to be able to handle the transfer of significant wealth? And I recognize that I need to be learning about this because I want to serve people and make that difference in their life. So I went to the Heritage Institute in Oregon and studied under Rod Zeeb and Perry Cushell. They were my personal mentors. And I learned about how to counsel people through multi-generational transfers, not so much on the financial side, but more on the relational side of the transfer. So like not the financial inheritance, but the emotional inheritance that people transfer to the next generation.
Interesting. So what are some kind of surprising things that you've found out in working with families? How long have you been doing this, by the way, focusing more on the emotional, transition?
Over a decade.
Okay.
So we've been working with families for probably about 11, 12 years.
Very nice. And in working with them, you see some similar patterns, I presume. When you kind of talk about that in your article, right? Like these mistakes that these families will make over and over again.
Yes.
What sorts of things do you typically see, like the mistakes that families make?
Well, like in the article, it takes the top three that I feel are quite significant. And so the first one is traditional planning, where most people put financial planning. They may have the best financial planning put together, the best attorneys to draft their estate planning, but still that seems to fail. And this is not just symptomatic of here in America, but it's a worldwide problem that has gone on for generations. So there is that element of what is that works in the families, and 90% of the traditional planning failed. So we looked at the 10% and identified, well, what is it that they're doing right, and created a process so that family leaders would be able to implement that process in their family and be able to have a greater success of being able to transfer family unity and family wealth for multiple generations. So that was the first part of the article.
Excellent.
There's two other ones. I don't know. Do you want me to share all those, or want to leave that
No,
up to?
we should do it as a teaser. People should read your article because it is an excellent article. And how do you work with people? I mean, like if people are interested in finding out more about you or your services, how do they do that, or what's the first step?
Well, the first step is to go to our website, And we have a website that explains a little bit more about what this is about, because this is something a lot of people don't recognize as an important aspect of their planning, their wealth planning. We call it heritage planning. You have your financial planning, estate planning, and this is heritage planning. So the website, you can go to www.wealthfamily.com and read up on it. We have blogs there. We have video that we select from the internet to share good information. We also have webinars. So we have online webinar that if we're to go under the webinar tab, then you could see when we're having the webinar, and we share about what you, about 3 biggest mistakes, what you can do about it, and implement it into your family. So we put together something called a family wealth blueprint, and we share a little bit about how that is effective in people's lives.
Excellent. Well, good. Well, yeah, definitely check out his article on Legacy Arts Magazine. And then if you want more information, it sounds like you have a ton more resources on your website. And thank you so much for, for taking some time out of your day and joining me from sunny California.
My pleasure, Laura. It's been a pleasure to write the article for you, and have a fantastic publication.
Thanks, Marty.
All right.
If you're interested in passing your non-financial assets like your wisdom, your values, and your beliefs to your family and leaving a great impact on the world, make sure to grab a free subscription to our online magazine. Go to legacyartsmagazine.com and you'll see it there. In every issue, we interview fascinating people about their legacies, from Fortune 500 CEOs to artists to philanthropic leaders to best-selling authors. We also offer tips, guidance, and strategies for developing an excellent legacy of your own.